Turn my mic up.
1 2 1 2.
Turn my headphones up.
Turn my treble up.
More bass. Less bass. All right. Episode 36 of Feeney Talks with Friends. My name is Eric Feeney. I'm the founder and president of Friends of Feeney. Our mission is to help children and families that need assistance after heartbreak or tragedy. I use this podcast, Feeney Talks with Friends, and I talk with wonderful people that are doing great things in the community. And today our guest works 2 jobs all year long. Great guest. I'm looking forward to it. Ben Chaback. What's up, Ben?
What's up? How you doing?
Camp director of High Meadow Day Camp. Hi, Meadow. Just quick to review. This is episode 36. Episode 35 was a great one. Mayor Sherry Cantor from West Hartford. Wonderful game. We played games. She's a UConn super fan. She has 4 boys. She just does wonderful things for the community of West Hartford, and it was so great to sit with her. And then next episode is going to be the police chief, Vern Riddick. Cool. So hopefully he gives me a get out of jail free card or something, you know? Good joke. But what's up, Ben? So Ben, a licensed school social worker during the year.
Yeah.
And in the summer, camp director of High Meadow Day Camp.
That's right, the one and only. Best camp in the state.
If you were to pick a job, which one would you, do you have a preference?
It's a good mix. You know, I like dealing with, like working with the students, helping out with crisis, but I like having fun in the summer. So it's a great combination of 2 jobs.
Yeah. And let's celebrate. Congratulations. 2020 Hartford Best of Camp of the Year.
That's right.
In Connecticut.
Yeah.
Best camp. You heard it here first. Best camp, High Meadow Day Camp. It's in 311 North Granby Road, North Granby, Connecticut. You know the phone number and the email?
860-212-5142. You could call or text, or director at highmeadowdaycamp.com.
Yep.
And that's best of camp 2020 and 2021.
Ooh, back to back?
Back to back. We're going for a 3-peat this year.
Yes, so get out there. And if you didn't know, I'm the program director. So we started at the same time. We're going into our 8th year.
2015, so do the math on that, yeah.
8th year.
Something like that, 15, 16, 17.
So it may be cold out, it may be 10 degrees, but it's time to start planning your calendar and your summer. We do 8 weeks, starting in June 27th.
Yeah.
Now, it's a great time. What are 3 things that make you a great camp director, Ben?
Ooh, what make me a great camp director? Well, what makes the camp great is, I think we're a family, right? So I like to kind of foster a family environment. I like to communicate with both campers, but also parents, keep them in the loop of, what's going on. Parent emails me, hey, how's my child doing? I'll try to get out there, or I'll text you, hey, could you send me a picture of so-and-so? And we'll get them a picture back. And I think you just got to have fun. I like having fun all summer. It could be a stressful job at times, but got to learn to separate from that and get out there and just have fun with the kids.
No, I couldn't agree more. I love it. The experiences alone are great. You mentioned camp emails. I still see parents, obviously. I'm a teacher in West Hartford, and every time they're like, that Ben, he sure does know how to respond to emails. He's so good. Meg Belmonte, shout out to Meg. I just saw her.
Belmonte, great family.
Oh yeah, you know them. So she just said that. He's so good. I'm like, really? No, but he's great. You're great. No, I'm excited. I'm excited about the summer every year. We use social emotional learning and implement into the weeks. We do a fairness week, cooperation week, responsibility week, friendship week, and we talk about that on Monday, and we try to implement a game or some sort of activity. And then there's just fun activities like, what are some of the must-haves on this camp calendar, like traditionally, like that go way back?
I mean, you want to go way back, we're talking Camp Carnival.
Yep.
Which we've had to modify the last 2 years, hoping COVID allowing us to do it back normal this year, but we still had fun the last 2 years. But Camp Carnival is probably our biggest and greatest, where we bring in a lot of different carnival activities. And I would say late night, which we weren't able to do because we couldn't mix groups, but like I said, I'm hopeful in 2022 we'll be able to bring that back.
No, it's great. The kids absolutely love Penny Carnival, Camp Carnival. They have popcorn,
cotton
What's
candy,
that? Cotton candy.
Racetrack, bungee cord type thrill events.
And they get a huge kick out of the games that the group makes themselves, like the goal kick or fingernail painting or face painting, all that stuff. It's a good time. Really great. All right, so 3 things that make you a great camp counselor. Got it. What are some activities? Do you have a top 3, your favorite?
At camp?
Yeah.
So my favorite activity at camp, gotta give a shout out to the adventure crew, Dave Todd, and his crew over there, Weston, Kyle. They ran a really good adventure course.
Yeah.
John was in the lower course this year, and I love that. I just love that atmosphere down there. Love getting up that zip line. It doesn't seem as high when you're on the ground, and then once you're up there, you're like, wow. And that's Dave Todd's office all year, all summer, I should say, up on that platform.
He really does hang on that perch for like 7 periods.
He does, yeah, he really does.
He's great, and the kids absolutely look forward to it. And I've done it, and I think it might have been my first time ever, my first year, 8 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's just that transfer from the ledge off, and then you enjoy the show. But from right there, you're just like, part of you's like, I can do this. You trust the rope, how far, how high.
Right.
Good times, times. And they have like really regimented structure. There's a circle, there's commands that the kid have to say. So it's really safe, and it's building the responsibility and respect for equipment. And they do a great job.
For sure. Yeah, I would say also just my other 2 activities would be, I like a good game of soccer, on the field. Arts and crafts is fun to pop into. Nancy runs a really good art barn, and Vivian in ceramics. They're a great team, and it's just fun. It's really, I'm not the most artistic person, but the kids love it, and I just love seeing them have fun in there. And
I love how, like, as the 8 weeks go, the GIMP acquires on the kid's bag. It starts with like 1 piece of GIMP. Then next thing you know, it's like 10 pieces of GIMP. But Nancy, more ways than one. She's the secretary of Friends of Feeney, so thank you so much. She's on a podcast. I don't know what episode, but check it out. I think she's episode 5.
Yeah, she's an originator.
She's the reason we started it.
Yeah.
But great. Great. I have the calendar. So, exclusive, talking about the program. I am the program director. I never had the opportunity to go to a camp as a child, so I would treat this camp like, what would I do to make this camp be the best experience ever? If I was a kid. Well, I'm still a kid, but So I implement fun things like Star Wars Day. Kids dress up as Star Wars. Favorite superhero, Harry Potter. We leave Mondays alone, so that's when we talk about our social emotional learning, and then from then on, every day has something fun to do. We end the day, Friday's ice cream party, sports jersey day. Big reveal, the calendar's coming out, so you could start planning.
I just got to save it to my computer and upload it to the website, and it'll be on there.
You mentioned week 7 is the popular week. That's Carnival.
Yeah, they're all, last year we booked up every week, and we're on pace 3 weeks in. We're almost at 50% already. It's been a crazy past 3 weeks with registrations. But like you said, we leave Mondays open. Every Monday's a new session. Kids could start any week they want. So, we welcome new campers. We got returning campers coming. So that in itself makes for a fun day.
And it's like there's always these milestones. Like when you're in 3rd grade, you get to start archery. When you're in 4th grade, you start riflery. When you're in 6th grade, it's like you get to pick. What are those things called? Electives.
Yep.
And then older you get to do the late night. You stay till 8 p.m. That was huge.
Yeah.
And then becoming a CIT. So there's all these and the CIT wants to become a counselor. So you could see kids are so excited. You have 2nd or 3rd graders going, oh, when I'm a counselor, they're already planning to become counselors, and it's really great to see.
Yeah. That's what makes camp so great, is like a lot of our staff are former campers or CITs. So their heart and soul's in it. And then I feel like we hire some of our best staff. I think of Jesse and Bree. They are they didn't have any camp experience, and then they've been great too. We have the best staff.
Yeah.
And that's I think what makes us the best camp.
Do you think there's anyone in the world that loves camp more than Tom Newman?
Kelly Wilbur. They're
running
running neck and neck. Tom, I was with Tom a couple weeks ago. We were working on some bus stuff up in Granby, and I'd driven him up, and I said, let's just swing by the camp. Man, that smile. He was up there taking pictures, sending them to people, and it was dark and gray, but he was just,
I love that guy.
Yeah.
And then he had a quote, like the roller coaster from Lilo and Stitch. He's like, it started off a Disney thing. It's now a High Meadow
Yes,
thing.
yep.
And he means it, and he believes it.
He does, yeah. He loves that Hawaiian roller coaster ride.
So yeah, Kelly Wilbur helps out on Friends of Feeney. She'll be here on. We're having an event here forgot to mention, we are here at WeHa Roasting and Brewing, or Brewing and Roasting. This all thanks to them for being our host, and thank you to Owen and Dave from Directline Media for doing this podcast. But I was saying we're having an event for Will's sister. She has cervical cancer, so we're doing an event here on Saturday. So I don't know when this gets published, but Saturday the 22nd, Kelly and Dave will be here helping with the swag table, the raffle table. She was Friday's featured friend, Kelly Wilbur. Thank you so much for all your help and support. And she's going into year number 25.
Yeah.
Imagine doing something every summer for 25 years.
Yep.
From obviously, I'm guessing first or second grade, kindergarten, till now.
True. Yeah. Yeah. She just sent me a picture of her from her first year of camp, and we're gonna post that on Instagram for the fans to see.
Yes.
Because there's Kelly Wilbur fans out there.
Yeah. And did she catch the ball in the ultra ball game?
No, it's not. It's a no-brainer. She dropped it.
I love that. It takes I always see when that gets dropped, like every year. When's that coming out? Last year, day one.
Right.
The year before, maybe like the end of the first week, but last year, day one.
Yes.
Did Kelly Wilbur drop the ball? Newman, love him. He's great. My daughter, Neela, shout out to Neela, is now doing competitive riflery. I don't know if you knew this.
Oh, no, I did not know that.
Yeah,
No.
because of her riflery experiences
Wow.
at camp.
That's awesome.
So we drive to Wallingford on Saturdays.
Wow.
She just finished 6th place out of 45 2 weeks ago, and then yesterday, 20th place out of 40. We had a rough start to the day, but
Still good.
it's
Still good.
It's those experiences at camp. So
That's great. Yeah,
the
stuff that
riflery program is great.
Yeah, it's stuff that children won't necessarily be exposed to, and I do get calls about riflery sometimes, and what parents don't realize, it's a really structured program. Everything's chained down. It's really about first and foremost responsibility in general. Teaching responsibility skills, and then progressing to the actual shooting. And there's a lot of positives behind it.
Yeah, no, she loves it.
Yeah.
And then you couldn't. There's so much structure and organization. There's call and response and how he does it. So it's great.
Yeah.
I always peep down, and she likes it.
Shout out to Brandon for running a great
Brandon.
range. He took over from Mark, who was with us for many, many, many years. And Brandon came in and really established a great program.
No, Brandon's great. So yeah, you said this is your first podcast?
My first podcast, yes.
Come on.
I don't know where to look. The lights are getting a little hot, but it's all good.
But you were on Fox 61 talking about COVID and student wellness. That was in, when was that? November 2021.
Yeah, it was a fall,
And then almost every summer, one summer you're on to talk about camps being too hot. Mm-hmm. Last summer you were talking about camps being too rainy.
Yeah, it's good. It's fun to get the news up at camp. They get great shots, and it really paints a picture for what's going on with kids in the summer. But yeah, last summer was the opposite of our usually heat days. We had a lot of rain days. So that made for some fun programming and activities.
I definitely kept a pair of leather waterproof boots in the car.
Yeah.
And a couple change of clothes.
Yeah.
Or hoodies and what are those
Poncho or
raincoat?
something?
Yeah, poncho. Yeah. No, it's great. And so switching it up. You went to University of Michigan.
Yeah, so
Wolverine, Big Blue.
Yeah, I went to Central I got my BSW. Then I went to University of Michigan and got my MSW.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So that's why you are a LCSW?
LCSW is licensed clinical social worker. So, yeah, so a few years after having an MSW, you need to work for a certain amount of hours, get supervised for a certain amount of hours, and test take a test, and you could earn your.
Then I saw on your LinkedIn page, because I do some research.
Okay, all right.
You student taught or did some internship in Detroit.
Detroit Public Schools, yeah.
Nice. How was that?
Good. It was a K-8 school in the heart of Detroit. It was interesting, a lot different than where I grew up in Cheshire, but really good learning experience and awesome teachers and kids, and just really cool. Detroit's an awesome city.
Did you see 8 Mile?
Saw 8 Mile.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I would listen
Mom
to the
Spaghetti?
soundtrack. Yes, I listened to the soundtrack a lot on my way drives.
Oh, was it the same time frame?
No, it was a little after.
Okay.
A little after 8 Mile came out, but the soundtrack's, it's great.
Let's start. I mean, the end scene, is that not the end scene? Like, just amp you up and make you get so excited? All right. Mom Spaghetti. She's nervous. All right, so we got going down the list. Oh, and you mentioned your email, but you also, Meadow has a Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Yes.
Check them out. Really good stuff on the Instagram page, I have to say.
Yeah.
I'm not biased or anything, but you run a good.
Instagram's fun. It's fun to, throw a little humor in the captions. And then whatever gets posted on Instagram typically always gets posted on Facebook too. So if you're on both, follow both. If you're on one, follow. Definitely give us a follow.
Yep.
YouTube, we're a little shaky at. Maybe we'll try to get better this year. We haven't posted in a while. But maybe we'll try to increase that.
Oh, great. And then again, thank you. We've marched in many parades. We've had multiple events. And, I reach out to you, and then you reach out to your boss, and you always sponsored Friends of Feeney. So thank you so much for doing that. Thank you, Mike Cunningham, and all the Cunninghams. You guys are good friends. Very charitable and generous. I can't thank you guys enough.
Yeah.
And, even allowed me to pass out magnets last year to all the kids and just help spread awareness. And, our motto is be a good friend. We started that last year. Like, that was a huge thing with the water bottles, and a lot of kids it's typical in school, camp, you're like, hey, pick that up for me. Well, it's not mine. Mm-hmm. Well, so I started a thing, hey, be a good friend, pick up trash, even if it's not yours. Right. And we had a second grade group, and we started a friendly competition, and they're like, Feeney, we picked up 35 pieces of trash that weren't ours. Yeah. So I'm like, shouted them out, and then the next day, the first grade boys, they heard 35, they tried to beat that.
Yeah.
So it was just, good camaraderie, and it's like you said, family, definitely family.
Yeah, that's what camp's all about. We have the activities, you get the 6 or 7 activities during the day, but it's that in-between time, and it's just teaching those lifelong skills like that, It's not many camps are having the campers, go around picking up trash, but we feel there's something called the Meadow Way, which was established way before I came on, and it's something that Lee and Larry really brought to my attention. It's the Meadow Way, and that's the way it is.
Oh, let's do. You be Lee, I'll be Larry. Let's do the morning call. You ready?
All right, ready?
Hey, Lee.
Hey, Larry.
And everyone starts clapping for Lee. Yeah. But that is a wonderful way to start our day. They've been doing it for years. Yep. Lee and Larry. You think they're good friends?
They're great friends.
We're gonna be seeing them soon, right? We're all gonna hang out as the directors.
Yeah, we're gonna go out. Yeah, we haven't. Who's
your favorite director? Who's your favorite director?
Me.
Nice. All right, so let's talk about some good qualities. Let's go down the list. What makes Larry good at his job?
Larry is he is just a friendly, personable guy with a nice Long Island accent.
You hit it on the head.
People just love Larry.
PE teacher. Yeah. Massachusetts.
Yeah.
What minute are we on? Oh, and so we got to get the shout-outs going. So I know. 20 minutes in, we're doing shout-outs of the directors. Good. I'm going to send it to him. Larry. Lee's,
he's been at camp forever. He is I tell him he's my right bicep. He no behavior. Kids sometimes, express some negative behaviors at camp. Lee deals with it. He's, I got this, Ben. Do what you need to do. Yep. I'll deal with it. I'll call the parent. And he's respected. And he truly loves camp. He's been at camp. I don't know how many exact years, but since his children were in that 4 and 5 age mark. He's seen his kids.
I want to say 20 years maybe.
Yeah.
And a special ed teacher for 35 years.
Yes.
So he has a lot of experience working with children and families. So
he's great, you know, and
definitely an asset.
With that special ed background, if we have a camper, a family who may be questioning if High Meadow's the right fit for them because maybe of a diagnosed disability, sometimes I have them talk to Lee, and Lee will explain our programming. We'll see if it's a good fit.
Yeah. And then Larry has also been there quite some time and has a PE background. So all the directors are educators.
Yep.
Bill
is so organized. You know, he's my paperwork guy. He's organized. He has a great sense of humor that, you know, he's got that dry sense of humor.
Yeah.
And I could do more push-ups than him. So that makes me feel really good about
I was
myself.
there for that day. I saw it.
Yeah. Who did more push-ups?
Yep. Ben.
Thank you.
Bill got you. Bill, you better be pushing them out. Summer starts soon.
Start training, Bill.
And then Tom Newman.
Tom Newman, we brought on to the administrative team, I think about 2 summers ago. Like you said, this is like his 25th year. He is a teacher in East Granby, Connecticut at East Granby High School. I believe he's teaching math. He's dually certified, I believe. I want to say math social studies.
Smart guy.
Yeah. But I think he's doing math at East Granby High, and he's really good with like first year staff, you know. He's just showing them, you know, this is what you do. When he was a counselor, he was amazing. So he brings some of that, you know, knowledge to the first year staff and everyone else too.
Yeah, no, he's great. And he's such a numbers guy. This is what you want in your math teachers. He doesn't save context in his phone. Mm-hmm. He knows me as my phone number.
Phone number, yeah.
It's the craziest thing.
Yeah.
And he's at East Granby High School. Sent me a picture the other day of the trophy case. My wife, humble brag, was in there. 1,000-point score, all state. He's like, "That's your wife." I'm like, "Yeah, Newman, thanks. Send me the pic." Then I send it to her. She goes, "Who sent you that?" I'm like, "Newman's got a new job." So he's really excited to be at East Granby.
Yeah,
he's been trying hard, you know, to get there. So
yeah. Back, I think that's where he grew up, and it's right around the corner from camp. So he's loving it.
Yeah, and how about now? You said you're teaching in Cheshire, and you grew up in Cheshire.
Yep.
What are thoughts on that? How do you like that?
I like it a lot, and I live in Cheshire right now. So
I live in Cheshire.
Yeah, so I love it. I love made the change from Hamden to Cheshire. You know, it's cool. I know people from this town, and it's just a great town to work.
Do you have any classmates that now have children? Former classmates?
Not at the middle school level.
Okay.
A couple years out.
Gotcha.
I work with classmates, and I work with former teachers that I had.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's cool.
I got hired at Kingsbury School in Waterbury at the school that I went to and taught there for 9 years, and it was really cool to see, hey, that was a first grade teacher. I was scared of her when I was in first grade. I'm scared of her now. Or, you know, just being in the school. My 5th grade teacher became the principal, so she hired me, so it was great to work for her.
Cool.
No, it's really cool. Did we hit everyone? I mean, we could talk about...
We could talk about you.
Ooh, Feeney, director.
Feeney, program director. Feeney brings the spirit to camp, you know, enthusiastic. He, you know, gets along with everyone. He'll be in the middle of a basketball game getting schooled by a 16-year-old counselor. He'll, you know, go off the zip line. So he brings that energy that some of us need, you know, to start the day.
What about the costumes?
Always wearing costumes, and usually brings a second set. So if it's Crazy Hat Day or something, I usually mindlessly throw on this hat every day of the summer. He'll bring something in. Star Wars Day, he'll bring in extra couple lightsabers or something while he's dressed up as Darth Vader, dressed up as a good pirate. You know, he has fun.
No, I do like it.
So I'll take $50.
Pay you. Great. All right, let's switch it up. Do you have a favorite restaurant in West Hartford?
Yeah.
You're quite the restaurant connoisseur.
I love going out to eat.
Yeah.
It's something my wife and I have been doing since we've met in Ann Arbor in Michigan. And we've kind of just been bringing our daughter out, so she's used to going out to eat. We love it. Favorite? Yeah, so...
you want to do top 3?
Top 3, Brico is probably number 1. I love Zohara. I love that tasting menu over there. And I've really been a fan of Union. It's called Union Kitchen.
Yep.
It's just a great atmosphere and good food.
Where are we going after the podcast?
I mean, any one of those.
All right.
Yeah. I was at Union on Saturday night, but I go back because there were like 3 things I wanted. So, I get another one.
We'll try Union.
Okay.
All right, so say you're at Union.
Yeah.
You can sit down and have dinner with anybody you want. Dead, live, famous, family, 4 people. Who you having dinner with?
Who am I having dinner with? Probably Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
Yeah. Wait, am I doing multiple people?
Yeah, 4.
Okay, so that's my living.
If you want to you want to give why? Oh, because he went to Michigan.
Michigan, but he's also, I love his work ethic and what he stands for. The guy is, just seems, he's got everything going for him.
Is he 44 now or 43?
I think he's 43. I want to say he was 42 last year.
I ate a whole bag of almonds the other day because he eats almonds.
Yeah.
And I had a JCC game over 30 men's league, and I'm like, Tom Brady eats almonds. And I'm like, they start to taste like dirt, and I'm just drinking water. And he also drinks like 2 gallons of water.
Yeah.
And if you eat a bag of almond, you'll know why he drinks so much water. So, and then I thought I played better, but no, almonds didn't make or break my game for me. But no, he is definitely, I hate him. I always hated him, but I'm learning to respect him now in his later in his age because to do what he's doing at that age and for that long time.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I never loved the Patriots or anything, or even Tampa Bay, but I just think he's got a lot. I love his work ethic. He's got his hands in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, vegetarian.
Okay, I didn't know that.
What do you got to say about that?
Shout out to vegetarians.
All right, Tom Brady, 1. Who else are you eating with?
Probably go John F. Kennedy.
Okay.
Just never met him, but seemed like a nice guy. Cape Cod guy, love Cape Cod. We probably have some good conversations.
He's on my list.
Yeah. And then 3, probably. Let me think here. Jerry Garcia. Jerry Garcia would be kind of cool to eat with, hang out with. Would love to just pick his brain about some of the stuff he was able to do on stage. That's
very creative. I remember where I was. Summer, it was in August. I was in camp when he died, and I really didn't know too much about him, but everyone was crying.
Yeah. I was in Wildwood, New Jersey. I remember that. And number 4, that's a really good question. I guess I would go with maybe my favorite football player of all time, Jerry Rice.
Nice.
Number
80.
Yeah, I've always loved Jerry Rice.
Right, so 2 athletes, musician, and a politician.
Yeah, there you go.
Well-balanced dinner right there.
Yeah.
And would you bring him to Union, Zahara, or Brico?
Probably Brico.
Do you have an all-time favorite restaurant, like not in West Hartford?
So my favorite restaurant of all time had closed a couple years ago. It's called the Watch Factory Restaurant in Cheshire. A guy named Marcus owned it, and he retired. And it was a one-man show. He was the only person in the kitchen. So when he retired, it closed. It's now a place called 122 Elm, which is a great little tavern. But yeah, that was phenomenal.
Not the
German, Austrian food.
The La Verona?
Veron Rondo in Cheshire.
Yeah.
It's a good spot.
Veron Rondo, that's what it is. Rajon Rondo.
But shout out to Brico. I'd probably go to Brico over Veron.
Billy Grant?
Billy Grant.
We're going to get Billy Grant to be a guest.
You should.
Billy Grant, you're coming on the show. I definitely get Billy Grant Jr. on the show. He's a cool guy. But we're going to get Big Billy. All right, so we got another game. So I played this with the mayor.
Okay.
It's lots of fun. It's called Incoherent.
All right.
They play it here on Fridays and Saturdays. See the scores, the tallies. They play an adult version. It's really good. So Incoherent. This is now Incoherent with Feeney. Feeney. It's our second time playing it.
Oh boy.
So you hold up the card like this, and you chunk it out and sound it out, and you read it out loud, and it'll make something. I could give you 2 hints. So just read it as you see it. They're family-friendly game.
That bought deodorant?
Yep. So you said it. Need deodorant.
What?
If you need deodorant is the hint.
Oh.
Your gym teacher's natural scent.
Bad body odor.
Boom. Bad body odor.
Whoa.
See that?
All right. Bees Tours Hunte.
Bunnies and eggs.
Easter Sunday.
Boom. Oh, you should know this one.
Hinstow Cramsterry. What?
You're not getting it. Can't. Say it again a few times.
Hinstow Cramsterry. Hinstow.
You could swipe up on these.
Instagram story. Oh.
Oh, this is a popular meal at camp.
Chicken vinegar sand fries. Chicken vinegar. No, that's not right.
It's like say it flowing.
Chicken vinegar sand. Chicken. I'm getting stuff in that V.
It's the on-the-go lunch or dinner meal. It's a staple. It's at camp. Come on, like.
Chicken fingers?
Yep.
And fries.
Yes.
Chicken fingers and fries.
Chicken fingers and fries.
Great chicken fingers at High Meadow
Oh
Day
my
Camp.
God.
Chef, he doesn't like shout outs, but Chef Andy hand breads that chicken. He's cutting off, maybe the not so good looking spots of each one. Gets the meat from Arnold's Meat. It's amazing.
To even elaborate on that, like I thought, I'm gonna go to camp, I'm gonna lose weight, I'm gonna work out, it's gonna be the summer. I'm still working off my camp weight because the food is so good. Chef
good.
Andy,
His ranch sauce,
meatballs, the bread is phenomenal.
even his
Tuna
baked ziti.
salad, tuna, like nothing he makes is not good.
Great.
No, it's great. And then they are definitely they make exceptions for everyone, whatever you need, if you have dietary needs. But Chef Andy is great.
Yeah.
Shout out to Chef again. Chicken. Oh, happy. What are those? Smiley fries.
Smiley fries.
One day I like 20 of those. Baby Yoda show.
Thumb hand DeLorean.
Are you getting these both on camera?
Thumb hand DeLorean. I forget. I don't know the show. I know the show.
Star Wars. Yeah. Mandalorian.
Mandalorian. Yeah.
So yeah, shout out to Dave too. Go back and watch on Instagram story. He cut the mayor and myself playing. It's a great video. Again, if you want to play an adult version where they have like What My Mean and other games, they play here. So on Fridays and Saturdays. Oh, Tank Top. Come on now.
Sun's out, guns out. Everything cap pins for a reason. Everything happens for a reason.
Man,
wow,
good.
This is
You're
good. This
You're
is
good.
fun.
You're good. Oh yeah. Probably confiscate these at school.
Fish hit spinners. Fish hits something at school?
Yeah, you could it's a rotating gadget. You confiscate them.
Fidget spinners.
You got it.
Have you done one of these?
Yeah, you want to play me?
Yeah, kind of.
Let's go. Watch this. Hold on, watch this flex. Conan O'Brien.
Wow.
Boom. Smooth.
You studied these.
And Sanitizer.
Come on. That's like
You heard it?
The rage
Is it
right
funny
now.
when you hear it?
Yeah.
And sanitizer?
Kills germs.
Hand sanitizer. Oh, wow. Okay. Mealy poppin' her own.
Actress in Stranger Things. You gotta know her, I guess. There's a singer.
Is she 11?
Was married to Whitney
Billie
Houston.
Irish? Bobby Brown?
It's a
Millie Bobby.
Brown.
Bobby
yeah,
Brown.
Millie Bobby Brown.
Yes. She's 11, yeah. I watched the first season of that. LOL. Wow. Red Doritos. Red Doritos?
There you go.
Whoa, those are good.
How many we got time for?
Yeah, we can play this all day. We're here all night. Jarleep Booth. Jarleep Booth?
Singer. When I See You Again.
Charlie Booth?
You don't know.
When I see.
It's like a.
The new guy?
Charlie Puth.
Oof.
Yeah, you gotta know him.
Don't know that person.
The nouns are tough because you gotta know.
I'm sure they play it at camp. Does Melissa dance to that song?
It's not really a dance song.
Okay. Birthday cake? Birthday cake.
There you go.
No, you got to get this for camp. This is good. Verse stay off, so cool. Verse stay off, so cool.
So after,
First day of school?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Check in, do awfuls.
This is not a camp lunch, but I would love it if it was. Actually, we may have done it once. It's a combination of two things.
Chicken and waffles. Yeah. Ooh, yeah, that'd be good. He could pull that off.
Yeah, you can pull it off.
Chef Andy, come on, put it on the menu, Chef. Maroon FIFA. Maroon 5?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a tough one. Who's the lead singer of Maroon 5?
Adam Levine.
Yeah, that's what they say. I look like that. What do you think?
Sure. No, I can see it.
No, I'm kidding.
I can see it.
I made that up.
You say
Nancy Sohn, actually. Shout out to Nancy Sohn. Said it. Or someone heard it, or somehow. She'll confirm.
Okay.
Confirm or deny, Nancy Sohn. What minute is this so we know? Adam Levine, what minute? 40? We do 40 minutes with Feeney yet? Adam Levine. I can't believe I just said that out loud.
What do we got? How many
What's
more?
the score? 2 more.
All right.
Protein powder.
You gotta drink some of this to look like Adam.
Protein
There you
powder.
go.
Let's go.
Or if you want to look like Ben Paggs or Connor Armstrong.
Yeah. Press hid hinder up.
Former president.
President Trump.
There you go. All right, let's end on one more.
Hints stuck ramp caption. Instagram caption.
There you go.
There
Boom.
we go.
That was
Boom.
good.
Check his Instagram page
Good.
out. Speaking of which, did you get a picture of us for the Instagram? For the Directline Media, Owen? Come on. All right, we got another game.
All right.
This is Crazy Questions, sponsored by Donut Crazy. We got a sponsorship.
Wow.
Remember? Oh, yeah. Thank
went
you
there.
again. Another reason you're here. You were a celebrity server.
I was.
At Donut Crazy.
Yeah, it was great.
That was good.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part?
Of work, I was doing that.
Yeah.
I like being behind the counter. I've never worked in the restaurant industry or anything, so it's definitely not an easy job, especially
No.
when it's slammed. That's you never realize how hard that type of work is.
Do you have a favorite donut there?
There, I like anything chocolate peanut butter. So anything with that combination is good. I'm not like into the cereal stuff.
Yeah, it was a great day. Thank you again for being
Yeah.
a celebrity server. Your 30 minutes were pretty packed.
Yes, they were.
Pretty popular guy.
That's right.
All right, so these are Crazy Questions, sponsored by Donut Crazy on Farmington Avenue. Irene was episode 10. These are written for kids by kids, but in regards to like a camp. So
Okay.
check them out. Would you rather meet a bear super hungry or fall off a horse in front of the whole camp?
Fall off the horse.
Fall off a horse.
Yeah. Lee would rather meet the bear.
Yes.
Yes.
No one wants to meet the bear head on more than Lee.
More than Lee. Yeah.
Would you rather do archery when you don't know how to shoot or go down the zip line?
I'd rather do archery so I could learn how to shoot.
Ooh, nice. You got our pick? You get a picture? Let's get a cheers pick.
We could do this mid shot.
Yeah, mid-shot. Get the ball? Does it say hi, Meadow? Yeah. All right. Would you rather wrestle a bear or a tiger?
Wrestle a bear or a tiger? Oh my gosh, I don't know where. I'd probably lose in both. Probably a bear because tigers, I think, the world.
Do you like rifles?
Do I like them? Yeah.
You know what I thought too? First day, you know how we do a lot of training and stuff? If we let every counselor go through and shoot the rifles.
Yeah.
I felt bad. Jenna said she'd never shot the
I
rifles.
know, yeah,
She's
those
been
younger-
working there forever.
Yeah.
She gave me the idea. Shout out to Jenna.
Jenna
Another
Stone. Shout out to
phenomenal-
Jenna Stone. She's assigning all our campers to cabins, which is a very tedious task that she started doing for me last year. So she's been great.
And shout out on a Friends of Feeney side, she knew a family that unfortunately lost a father, and she was in contact with them, and we raised money and gave that person a donation. So
Great.
she's caring inside and outside of camp. She's a wonderful teacher. Would you rather be an insect for a year or a shark for a year?
Shark.
Would you rather be a kid your whole life or a spider your whole life?
Kid.
Would you either eat 800 bugs or would you rather eat 800 bugs or 100 bugs? A lot of bugs.
Probably 100.
Yeah, you know. Would you rather do archery or riflery?
Ooh. Wow. That's a tough one. Archery. I like archery a lot.
Would you rather play tennis or horses?
Now, no disrespect to Lexi, but I love a good tennis game.
You do like hopping in the tennis game.
I do like the horses though too. So.
Would you rather read a book or write? Would you rather write a book or read 10 books?
Read 10.
Read 10.
Yeah.
What's your last book? Favorite book? Most recent book?
It's called The Silent Patient. It was good.
Nice. Would you rather be the target for archery or be the target for riflery?
That's that's an interesting question. I probably would rather not be either.
Would you rather be a harp seal or a falcon? Seal or a falcon?
Falcon. Probably a falcon.
Falcon. Would you rather be an elephant for 1 week or a goblin for 1 week?
Ooh, goblin. That'd be
Would
fun.
you rather be a counselor or a director?
Ooh, for a week, I'd love to go back and be a counselor.
Yeah, where'd you get your start with all the counseling and camp?
So I started going to Camp Laurelwood in Madison, sleepaway camp, when I was about 7. And then was hired at Holiday Hill when I was about 16 to work. I never worked at Camp Laurelwood.
What's your experiences at Holiday Hill?
So counselor, then I became they had a division head at the time, so I was in charge of like the upper male groups. So there were 4 of us. It was a lower male, upper male, and then a lower female, upper female. So I was upper male, and then I became a little bit more of an assistant director with some of the back end stuff, and then ended up at Meadow.
Nice. Well, shout out to Youngman then. Shout out to Youngman. He's the director at Holiday Hill.
Yes,
I
our
went to college
sister
with
camp.
him.
Yeah, Holiday Hill's our sister camp
He's all right.
in the Cheshire Prospect area.
Which one's better?
I mean, High Meadow.
High Meadow. Is High Meadow Day Camp fun?
Yeah, it's amazing.
What's your favorite animal?
My favorite dog.
What's your favorite day in High Meadow?
My favorite day, probably the day after 4th of July is always fun. A lot of spirit and
Red, white,
barbecue
blue, and barbecue field day.
It's a good day.
Do you have any brothers?
No.
What's your favorite activity?
Favorite camp activity?
Yeah.
Zip line.
Would you rather eat salmon or whitefish?
Salmon.
Do you like being a camp director?
Like it, yes.
How many people were at High Meadow last year?
How many people, including staff, or any given week? I think we had about 425 on site any given day.
Would you rather play tennis on grass or clay?
Clay.
Oh, what's up with the tennis courts?
We are redoing our tennis courts.
Yeah.
Very exciting. Yeah. Yep.
Is Armstrong still doing it?
That's the plan.
Better be. He better be Armstrong.
If he's been weightlifting, so as long as he can move his arms.
How many kids are at the camp?
How many kids?
Yep.
Just about. I think our highest number last year was like 385.
How long is the zip line?
I don't know. No idea. It's a good question. Dave Todd, should we zoom in?
Yeah, let's call him on speaker. We'll call him on speaker. Would you rather make a horse out of clay or a bird out of clay?
Bird.
Would you rather ride a zip line or a roller coaster?
Ooh, I love a good roller coaster.
Would you rather own a horse or a cat?
Actually, I'd like to own a horse.
That'd be cool, right?
That'd be cool.
Would you rather be a kid at camp or make kids happy at camp?
I like to make kids happy.
Right? It does feel good.
Yeah.
Why did you choose your job?
I mean, that's a long story. As a social worker,
Yep.
I volunteered at, it's called Manson Youth in Cheshire. It's a prison for youth. Did that when I was in later high school, when I was 18 in high school. And then that was basically doing social work type stuff, and led me to being a social worker. Short story, but
I like it. I'm a big brother, so I was like, I had a little brother, little sister, kind of like working with kids my whole life. So, teacher, here I am. How many kids do you have?
One.
She's coming to camp again?
She's coming to camp.
Loves it. She's
excited.
great.
Yeah.
Would you rather do zip line or clay?
Zip line. Clay is fun though.
Yeah.
I don't like getting dirty though, especially when I'm working.
No, great. Shout out to the swag. Look at this throwback. I want my HMDC. This was a great. What inspired you for the shirt?
I wanted to give something to the staff that they'd really appreciate it. We have like a cool staff, like a nice staff shirt, but I just thought this would be cool. I know the colors are, everyone loves it. and I was in Mystic, Connecticut, and they had kind of like Mystic with a big M and like the YSTIC written out like that. I was like, we got to do that for High Meadow.
Yeah.
So,
Will noticed right away. He's like, that's like the old MTV.
yeah. So shout out to Dave Todd again. He's getting a lot of shout outs this episode.
Man, Dave Todd.
But he designed that himself. He does graphic design, and he made that. And he shot me like I think 4 or 5 like different color versions and stuff. And that was the winner.
Yeah, no, Dave Todd's great. And then Tough Meadow.
Yeah. Yeah, we haven't done that in 2
We're
years.
gonna be able to do that, you think, this year?
We got to see what the guidelines are for the for COVID and mixing groups up.
It's like a mini Spartan race.
yeah.
The kids absolutely love it. There's some kids that are like, I've never been this dirty.
Yeah.
We bring in fine grained dirt. It's like a mud sauna from the spas of Saratoga Springs.
There you go.
And the kids get to swim through, and it's just an amazing day.
Yeah.
And half the socks and shoes get thrown out, but it's a great day. All right, we played a lot of games. Anything else? You got closing remarks? Congratulations again. This back-to-back winners of the Best of Hartford.
Yeah.
We're in West Hartford. Like a
West
lot of kids
Hartford.
want to go to Bona Vista or Winding Trails. What makes High Meadow better than those two?
I honestly think it's our staff. It's any camp could play. You could play soccer at. You could do archery. We have a nice zip line. We have a really nice pool. Our facility's great. Our food sets us apart a little bit. Our transportation's great. But at the end of the day, it boils down to the energy. And, we have all local, amazing, dedicated staff.
Yeah, a lot of future educators. A lot of counselors are going to be teachers. All the directors are in education.
Yeah.
And we're here in West Hartford. Can we give an exclusive on the bus pickups?
Yeah, it's out. There's 6 of them. So there's 2 buses. Each bus is going to do 3 stops. It's on the website. If you go to highmeadowdaycamp.com, I think it's the parent resources tab, then you just click transportation routes, it'll pop up. But there's 6. I worked with you. I worked with Steve Browse to really just find like what schools were really good, to cover the whole town. So like I said, it's 2 buses, 3 stops each. So you get the early 8 a.m. stop, you get like an 8:15, you get an 8:30. And then on the flip side, 4:30, 4:45, 5.
Yeah, no, it's great. And I think that's better for kids because it could be a long time.
Yeah, when we used to do door to door, it was made for a long, long ride in West Hartford.
Just want to shout out a few donations that we recently got. The Exchange Club from West Hartford, Marty is the president, gave us a nice donation. Relax the Back, Ja was on the podcast. Marty was on the podcast. Uber Dog is sponsoring. We're going to get Dan on the podcast. And People's Bank. So thank you so much for your current donations. It was great to talk with you. You're wonderful. I enjoy working there. My daughters love it. We've been there for 8 years. It's just a great time. Like you said, the food is great. High Meadow Day Camp is definitely the place to be. Shout out to all the staff. Recently, some camp counselors of the year. Did Evan Roy, was that last year or 2 years ago?
2 summers ago. Destiny and Corey are our reigning ones from this past year. That's 2 opposite. Corey's been at camp forever. Destiny was first year, never been to High Meadow before, and came in and ripped it. And, all our staff, like I always look, it's always just kind of a stressful thing to look at because so many of our staff could win that, and wish we could acknowledge, and we do acknowledge everyone at our final get together, but they rightfully deserved it and had a great summer.
And just like the camp family experience, you even said Destiny next week is diving for Central, and we're going to go. And is going to go. So that's really cool.
Yeah, Central, it's her senior night. I think she's a swimmer.
That's right.
She's swimming.
Sorry.
And it's a swimming and diving event, but it's the Central Connecticut senior night. So nice. I reached out to the families of her children, campers, and we got a good group together.
All right, High Meadow. Again, thank you so much. Check out Ben Chaback at High Meadow Day Camp, North Granby, director at highmeadowdaycamp.com. They have a wonderful Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube page. Anything else? Any closing remarks?
No, just love what you're doing in West Hartford. I love West Hartford. It is, I mean, especially for camp, we started off with 1 bus my first year. We were up to 3.5 last year. We had to put a van out there. Great community, and everyone, all the families are just amazing.
No, I'm really happy with West Hartford.
Yeah.
Like pretty much your Cheshire connection. I teach and live in West Hartford. You teach and live in Cheshire, so that means a lot. You know, you take pride and passion in your community. And we're here, friends of Feeney, using this avenue to talk with wonderful people doing great things. And thank you, Ben, for what you're doing in schools as a social worker. Thank you for keeping in contact with parents and families as a camp director. The kids love it. The parents love it. Thank you, Owen from Directline Media. Thank you, Will and Cody. Oh, Will works with Tate. She helps him in the back. And she went to High Meadow Day
she did
Camp
that for 6 years.
right?
So,
6 years. So
Yeah.
Tate, shout out to Tate.
Hey,
All right. Well, we're going to Union Kitchen.
let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. Be a good friend, and we're out. High Meadow Day Camp.
Peace.
Peace.